Two, one.
What's going on, everybody? It's your boy Big Road 206 here, as always, with the Keymaster 84.
Holla, what it is.
See, we had to go back to the old intro because that one didn't work out very well.
It was terrible.
It was bad. Anyways, guys, just so you know, we are back here with another TBD, TB Determined Live, our banter talk show that we like to try to do every week, but with the state of things recently.
The holidays, it was difficult.
Holidays, I had a week of vacation, was having tech issues, then we were both extremely tired. So,
damn you full-time jobs. Damn you
busy season.
Exactly.
But, yeah, guys, we're back with TBD Live. This will be, this is Black Friday, pretty much, day after Black Friday.
Mm-hmm.
We're Keymaster work today, and I went out and shopped till I dropped, and
until you ran out of money, whichever one occurred first.
I was not out of money, which I was very surprised, but I could have very well been. I could have really pushed it and really been broke today, but I decided to be a good boy and save a little money and wait for Cyber Monday.
Yeah. Play it safe. Be smart.
Play it safe a little bit. Anyways, guys, we have a couple topics we want to talk about with you guys today. One being the huge roster moves in League of Legends, gearing up for the new season, and then also a little bit of a microtransaction issue going on with EA. And, sorry, guys. I know you're looking at it from Keymaster's perspective.
Yeah,
he is recording again tonight. So if you hear me pause, I'm currently trying to score the Normandy, and it takes some effort to focus and try to make it.
Not the easiest thing in the world to do.
Anyway, Key, why don't we talk about microtransaction first? I feel like League's got a lot more information.
Microtransactions, dude, people are freaking out, man. Damn, dude. I never thought I'd see the day where microtransactions were having to fight for their life. I mean, it's granted, the situation that has come up is fairly extreme. Yeah. So, it's... I'm not sure how I just died. So, the situation that came up, basically, guys, if you guys have not heard, give you guys a little bit of a rundown. EA came out with Battlefront 2. One of the more hyped games of the year, and they decided that we're going to make people pay money, like lots of money and time. Guess what is it? What was I reading? It was going to take upwards of 40 hours or 40 hours.
$400 or something like that?
Yeah.
Like something ridiculously.
Yeah, it was. It made no sense to do anything but just do the microtransactions. Just because of how much time you were gonna do. These guys are good on the defense. I'm not gonna lie. We almost got A though, so that's good for us.
Once we get A, B will collapse pretty fast.
But, EA came out with it, and they had some ridiculous microtransactions, man. They tried to go hog wild, take everybody's money, and you know what? People stood up and said, no, we're not doing anymore. EA, sorry. You guys can't, we're the consumer. We're the consumer. We decide what we buy, not you. And some people have been putting their foot down and are tired of it. And I can't say that I don't blame them.
I feel like they got such a big response from the open beta. Like, why would you feel the need to, basically force people to spend money unless they would have dumped 40 hours into your game?
True. And that's where it comes down to, guys, is, do you want to spend, and this is where I get kind of on the fence with stuff like this, is because it's like, well, do you want a super easy game? or do you want a game that's actually going to take some skill? Because, I mean, if you just want a game that you can just blow through, then sure, okay, yeah, we can do the status quo here and not worry about it and just do whatever it takes to keep going. And
I'd much rather do that. I mean, it's much more satisfying. I feel like you get your money out of your game too. Like,
yeah, I mean, I like, you know, it's like I understand that. Okay, maybe 40 hours to get through, or to proceed, or to get to Darth Vader, because that's one of the key points to the game, is to get the characters like that. You know, the Han Solos and the Darth Vaders and Luke Skywalkers. No one wants to play Kylo Ren. But it's just like, if it's gonna take me 40 hours, like, I would much rather play Call of Duty or, you know, one of those games where I don't have to sit there and like continuously grind the same thing over and over again for one result. I mean, granted, I can't comment on how exactly the leveling mechanic works on their end. I don't know.
I mean, for the beta, you didn't really get a good feel for it anyway.
No, you didn't, and unfortunately, you didn't. I mean, maybe that would help some of these people that are having problems with it now. Is, you know, if you got a better sense of it from the beta, then maybe people wouldn't be freaking out as much.
Right. No, totally. I agree 100%. But, you know, you don't want to, like, scare off the people who are just boasting your game. You know what I mean? Like,
I mean, I can't even remember the last time.
Guys,
like,
it's free beta,
and like, my thing is, like Stone Mountain was first and forefront when they were talking about it at E3. He was first and forefront on everything involving Battlefield. I haven't seen him playing it.
No, I don't even think he played the beta, to be honest with you.
Yeah, I mean,
at least not that we saw on stream or videos.
Yeah, and I think that I mean, that alone says it, in my opinion. I mean, if it was that good, he would be playing it. It wouldn't be this whole thing of, you know, oh, well, what's going on? It'd just be done, you know.
Right. Yeah.
So I mean, that's, yeah, I think that says a lot to you guys, is the fact that, like, the guys who are supposedly like the arbiters, you know, the people who are supposed to be pimping out the game, could honestly care less about it.
Right.
You know, and it's unfortunate because it is a good game, but you can't just rely on being a good game. Being a good game.
I think it's also an EA thing, though. I think because
it's
also issues with FIFA.
Well, a lot of people are boycotting FIFA too because of the same exact thing.
Oh no, we want you to just play our Ultimate Team where you have to buy a billion cards to get the one guy that you want. Oh,
to get Messi. Yeah,
but then we're going to get a different Messi out next week because he was Player of the Week. It's going to be better by 2 stats.
Yeah, I mean, and that is a bit, but that's the thing, though. I mean, and that's been a thing with Call of Duty for a while, or not Call of Duty,
FIFA.
EA for a while now is they're all about the nickel and dime. You know, Godspeed. Good luck to you. And
I think we need to push this left side pretty heavy. It's the only one that we're going to be able to get close to.
We got through the right side. But yeah, so I mean, that's kind of where the situation is at, and it's going to be really interesting to see. I mean, Call of Duty has pushed back their they pushed back to their whatchamacallit, their microtransaction system, because of everything going on with EA. You know, and like, that's what's crazy about this, is it's not just going to affect EA or Activision. It's going to affect the industry as a whole, which is crazy to think.
That in-game purchases that are running the industry right now.
Mm,
They are the main money guy for most of these games because they don't have the Call of Duty following. They don't have. I mean, even though Call of Duty has its own microtransaction thing with supply drops and coins and
just makes some extra money though. Just trying to make a couple extra bucks.
Yeah, because they already sell like 30 million copies of the game already.
Yeah, couple dollars, nothing crazy.
$60 a copy, 30 million copies.
It's still alright.
Sorry, you just made $180 million.
It's not making Call of Duty money though. It's a problem.
No, you're not making Call of Duty money. Sorry, Call of Duty, especially with this title.
No, yeah. I mean, and so that's the thing, guys. Is I understand. People are like, oh, microtransactions, blah. But then you gotta think about it. Like a game like PUBG, microtransactions are key. I mean, microtransactions keep that game going right now. I mean,
what about like H1Z1, PUBG, even Fortnite now.
Yeah.
Fortnite's doing the same thing where they're doing the you want a skin, you gotta buy the pack kind of deal.
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, everybody does it. So I don't want you guys to think that we're just hating on EA. This is what we read.
Oh yeah, no. I mean, I'm not hating on anybody. I mean, it's a business practice. They're in here to make money, and the amount of people who are like, oh, they don't need the money. They don't need the money. Bullshit. They don't need the fucking money because you gotta think about it. This game costs $60. Okay, yeah. So we'll say it sold 30 million copies, made 180 million. This game has also been in development for 3 years. So how many full-time employees have they had to hire? To make up for that? You know what I mean? Like, that's what a lot of people don't think about is the actual financials that go into making a game. I mean, it sounds.
These houses need to get out of this house and start pushing this side. Sorry.
Sorry.
It's one thing about doing these TBDs, guys, that we actually do play the games live while we're talking. So.
I'm actually over here just sniping people off A. I'm trying to keep up. I only have a 10-round clip though.
Alright, I gotta go off my sniper class because it's not helping everybody here.
But I mean, and like that's the one key thing though, guys. You gotta remember is, as much as we all hate microtransactions. I mean, I'll be the first to admit I hate microtransactions. I hate DLC. I think if I buy the game, I should get everything in the game. But at the same time, I understand. This is a business, and this is a huge business. Mm-hmm. And just because I want it to stay the way it's always been doesn't mean it can.
Nothing can survive without change. I mean, it's true to anything. Look at the NFL. Pro sports. How often does pro sports have to change to continue their fan base? NFL being one of the biggest professional sports leagues in the world. I mean, other than pro soccer in Europe or but in the United States, NFL is just like the gaming industry. It's a multi-billion-dollar industry. Unless there's some change to provoke interest, you're not going to keep your fan base. You're not going to keep, you're not going to keep the things that keep you guys coming back every year. Like look at, what is it? How long ago was it now? I want to say about 4 or 5 years that like a bunch of the NFL teams took Nike's redesigned for their jerseys. I don't know how long ago it was.
It's been a while now.
Yeah. So, like, for instance, me and the Keymaster are both Seattle Seahawks fans. We were used to the same green, blue, silver helmet logo for years.
Yeah.
Since we were.
That's been that. That's been the logo for since I was a wee lad. I mean, since Cortez Kennedy was on the team.
Yeah, baby.
For those guys who knows Tez, I mean.
But then, Nike swoops in, changes the whole look. They win a Super Bowl, and now one of the Seahawks' favorite teams.
Go plant. Someone plant. I'm planting. Screw it.
Can't get over there. Planning B.
The fuck was the guy doing there that was there with me? Come on the fuck on, dude.
He's on the M60. But yeah, so with EA doing what they're doing to...
Someone come here and play B now.
What timer I'll say? Check the A.
Dude, how is... The only one at B? Come on, God,
Oh,
man.
jeez. Overtime. A's playing it again.
B's playing.
Throw nades. Cover.
Got me at B.
You know, with EA, they're going to do what they got to do. You know, getting all the backlash that they're getting right now.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it's... You know, unfortunately, your fatality of the game, you know? Like, people are going to whine and complain, and unless you do something about it, they're not going to shut up.
Mm-mm.
And, you know, I don't know if what's going on is too drastic. You know what I mean? But...
I don't think it is, man. I mean, I think there's needed to be a change in microtransactions for a while now, and this is just the end result of all this time and all this stuff going on. I mean, because people have been completing microtransactions for years. I mean, people hate when freaking Call of Duty comes out with the Zombies map pack, for crying out loud.
The last DLC and the
Yeah.
season pass is always...
I mean, yeah, but it's just like, come on, guys. Like, you guys are really going to complain about the 3 free or $3 $10 zombie maps that are actually pretty good
There's a lot of people who buy Call of Duty just
for zombies.
to play zombies.
I mean,
I'm not one of those people,
they are.
but-
I mean, Activision's contemplating coming out with a standalone zombies title, for crying out loud. Like, that's how big zombies is.
I mean, they should. I mean, I don't see why they shouldn't. You know,
No,
make your
totally.
money, man.
Snipers. No, but that's, and that's, maybe it is because of the way the EA was going about it, and it was such a drastic difference between, there was such a big drastic difference between the two of them,
Right.
as far as like what you were going to be getting. Screw it. Oh, you can't go downstairs. Damn. I didn't know that. But anyways, I mean, another game that does microtransactions and no one gives two craps about, League of Legends.
Mm-hmm.
People love their
They're
microtransactions.
so microtransaction heavy.
Oh, jeez. Well, yeah, but I mean, yet again, it was a small company to begin with, and has became big.
Mm-hmm.
Like, that's the difference, though. That's the difference between those teams, or between those games, is they, they started small. They weren't always small, but they started small.
Right.
Oh, crap. Of course. And I think that's the huge difference between League of Legends and, Call of Duty, or, name console first-person shooter game alpha. You know what I mean? I mean, that's really what you're coming down to is, okay, yeah, I understand there's a difference, but, it's the same concept.
Right.
And I think that's where it's really getting different now is, you have you have these Steam games or these, PUBGs and League of Legends. It makes it a lot different.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, one thing I think that a lot of people do need to pay attention to League of Legends doing besides a microtransaction game, which is on point, because no one ever complains about the microtransactions in that game, and there are a ridiculous amount of them. Franchise mode. They were playing too much Madden, and they went franchise mode. And if you guys have not heard the news, League of Legends is now a esports franchise system that they're using. They are no longer going to be able to be relegated, anything like that. There aren't going to be any more relegations. You're actually buying your way into a team like you would baseball, football, basketball, any of those kinds of sports. You're actually buying your way in. And like right now, it is a little different than it would be normally, just because it is the buy-in period. You know, it's they can sell their spots. They can. They're at A. But they, you know, I mean, the big thing right now with everything going on with that, guys, is that, you know, people are buying up spots. People are buying up spots. Professional sports teams. I mean, we had 4 NBA teams, and 2 baseball teams.
2 baseball teams.
I'm trying to remember.
And
New York Yankees.
Yeah, Yankees. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, and that's a testament to the quality of the product for as long as they've been good. I mean, because you got to think about how long has League of Legends been the #1 esport.
I mean, look how long it took for big investors in the United States to finally jump aboard.
Yeah, I mean,
they've been doing it in Japan for years.
Yeah, I mean, League of Legends. I mean, you're talking about, you know, Samsung White and Blue. You know, I mean, Samsung had 2 teams at one point in League of Legends.
Yeah.
2 teams. Like, think about that. Yeah, Samsung.
Was it white and black or something like that?
No, it was white and blue or something like that. Because they didn't have to change the uniforms. If they went white and blue.
Did you ever find out why they dropped their second team?
They had to. Because of the rules that came into effect. What was that?
Shit. They're over on me.
No, we still got time, bro. Don't panic yet. Don't want you to panic yet, Sonny Jim. We still got time. I may have the wrong weapon, but I can fix that. I don't even know what's going on. I'm just running around in circles until someone kills me.
Keep contesting.
Exactly.
Grenade in.
Oh, I got stabbed from
We're
behind.
going to get overtime as long as we can sing.
The minute that contest is gone, though.
Oh, coming in the center.
Oh, he's dead.
No, contest. Get in there.
Come on, baby. Sorry, guys. We're going to have to pause our discussion.
Everybody's kind of running around the circle.
We're going to have to hold this discussion for just a half a second here, guys. This is what war is right here, though, guys. This is why it's a fun game type. Is because like you get into these nitty gritty moments where it's like we have to get them out, but it's not. You know, it's easy just to say, oh, we just have to get them out. And it's not that easy. Got it. Oh, no, we don't. Not yet. Not yet.
Where they at? Get him out.
Stairs. There's grenades everywhere, bro.
Stairs.
I'm waiting to respawn in.
Dude, why didn't you give him
Stay alive, people. Because they keep on coming in, right? There it is.
Yes.
Victory is ours, baby. But yeah, so I mean, League of Legends, I mean, you had 4 teams stick around who have been teams before. TSM, Cloud9, Team Liquid, and Fly Esports. I don't know, something like that. They're a weird team name. I don't like their name. Oh, and Echo Fox. So 5 teams.
Who's also ran by a majority of Rick Fox, who used to be in the NBA.
backed by the Yankees. That's
Now
right. They got the Steinbrenner money. They got the Steinbrenner money. So I mean, that's huge, guys. Like that's bigger than big. That is gigantic. I mean, you're talking about the Steinbrenners, the people who have been like at the top of baseball for forever, are going, hey, you know, this esports thing's no joke. Maybe we should put some money in it. At the cost of I think it's roughly $13 million after 5 years is how much they'll have to spend to get the league going, basically. Yeah. So think about that, guys. $13 million is what they Steinbrenners basically are paying over the next few years.
And do you remember the name of the Texas group?
Not off the top of my head.
For those who, kind of segueing off of League of Legends for a second, Optic Gaming has got an LCS spot. And they are now backed by the ownership group who owns the Texas Rangers.
Exactly.
And Hex, who's
I'm excited.
the founder of Optic, has sold a majority share to this group, who has put multi-million dollars back into Optic. They're moving all their personalities and teams to Texas. They picked up an Overwatch team, which is and ready to go start their league, and they announced their LCS team.
PUBG.
Call of Duty still got the number one COD team in the land. Number one Halo.
Halo.
Number one Gears, Halo, COD. Yeah, those three groups are number one right now.
They got the CSGOs.
CSGO's hot.
They got the whatchamacallit, the PUBG. They got a PUBG team.
No way. I didn't know that.
That was like not this last version, but the one before that.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I didn't watch that one. But I mean, this is huge that these ownership groups are seeing the worth in esports to back it like this, and it's not just League of Legends, even though it's a huge marketplace. It's esports in general,
Yeah, I mean, and that's what really makes or breaks this, guys. It's not just one or the other. It is literally everybody, and everybody's getting in on it. Let's see. Oh, it's the Hirsch Family Investment and Interactive Group.
Okay.
So everybody knows officially what's going on.
They got these things up there fast. What the hell happened?
Yeah, they did. Smart. They played it smart. Damn it. No, they got me. Where's the other guy? What's he doing? Like, seriously? Wow, that was fast.
That's right. I hate this one.
Really?
But
Nice.
yeah, I mean, like you said, huge companies like Samsung have been supporting League of Legends and esports in Asia for a couple of years now, 2-3 years.
Mm-hmm. Wow.
And now you're getting pro athletes, professional ownership groups, big market companies like Chipotle and
Jack in the Box.
Jack in the Box.
Envious Jack in the Box.
How did you get Jack in the
Jack in the fucking box, dude.
You're a professional video game company.
Jack in the Box. Think about it.
That's crazy, dude. Jack in the Box is huge.
No, that's just getting them in the space is huge. Not even necessarily getting them to be your brand person, but the fact that they just got them. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like that's what's big.
And then that opens the door for other companies. Oh shit, Jack in the Box is jumping in. Why can't I? And then
Exactly.
You got Dunkin' Donuts and fucking.
Yeah. And that's what makes it such a huge deal. Oh, I'm sure they are. Because me and you're the only ones that be.
Shit. But yeah, I mean that just opens up doors for other
They got me. I couldn't get the return.
Once these other companies see that it's safe, that it's a growing, thriving business lane, they jump in heads over tails.
Especially when you see how many eyeballs. It's the eyeballs at the events. Yeah, like that's what's really going to start driving it, is once they start realizing, oh shit. I mean, because it was released this week that roughly 66 million people watched the League of Legends World Finals.
Jesus.
Yeah.
I didn't even know that. That's a gang.
That's ridiculous funny, dude. That's just gross business right there.
Very gross.
Like, you're talking 66 million. That's more people watch that than watch Game 7 of the World Series.
Which was crazy because it was a super good World Series this year.
True, but still, I mean, that's the way the cookie crumbles when you're losing your market share. You know, that's what happens when you start losing your market share.
The gunner off the tank.
I know, dude. He's just wrecking us. He's good too, is why. Like, how am I still alive?
I was watching that. So, I mean, League of Legends is going to be huge. This is going to be a huge year for League of Legends to prove that it can play in the North American space. And, you know, as long as all goes well, you know, we should have... Oh, we should have the hit checkpoint. You can't go that far back.
No, but like the other thing that's kind of... I wish more teams were treating this pickup period like Optic is. Because Optic has been very, like, well, let's play close to the vest. Let's see what happens. You know, because, like, it sucks because, like, people are like, oh, I wonder, who do you think's going to do well this year? Blah, blah, blah. And it's like, well, I don't even know because, like, two of the teams haven't even picked up their entire rosters yet. I have no idea.
Right.
Like, don't ask me. I don't know. I can make a decision now. I mean, like, right now, I would have to say Team Liquid based off of who's been signed. Like, officially signed, I would have to say Team Liquid, just because I don't know how they're affording it, but their roster is freaking stacked. I mean, their roster is ridiculous.
You know, call it what it is.
I mean, it's true.
You got these willy-nilly teams that purchase teams, give them fucked up names, and then all of a sudden, you know, they have no real esports knowledge, even though they bring in groups and, you know, they bring in they bring in a team of specialists. It doesn't mean, you know, any of the pro players are going to be any more comfortable with going with these guys who are brand new to the space.
No, I mean, and I think that's why I think you'll see teams like, and it's going to be funny for me to say this. I never thought I'd say this. I think 100 Thieves and Optic Gaming are going to have an advantage over, like, the Golden Guardians. I mean, yeah, it's cool that, you can say that, oh, my owner owns the Golden State Warriors, but what does he know about esports?
Right. Yeah. What names have you brought in to help fortify your...
You know, whereas, like, Optic can be like, well, hey, we have the manager from, you know, from Unicorns of Love. We brought in the guy who used to be the coach for TSM. You know, we brought in the guys because we knew this was everybody's biggest concern. Was, what do these guys know about? These guys are Call of Duty players. These guys aren't League of Legends players.
Well, same with 100 Thieves. I mean, you know, the one big name that they put on the forefront there was they recruited Nate Shot, or Nate Shot met the owner of the Cavaliers at the finals last year. He posted this story on his Twitter and Facebook this week. Pitched an idea. I took a meeting from him at the game and said, hey, this is my vision for my brand. And
what can make happen? Yeah.
He bought it, Now Nate Schott has been backed by a multi-million-dollar deal with the owners of the Cleveland Cavaliers.
Yeah.
They keep the brand name, 100 Thieves. They've had a group of 30 people working on their esports in general, overall, not just League of Legends.
Yeah, it sounds like
make it like an optic thing. It's not just going to be about the esports. It's going to be about the brand. It's going to be about the business.
And I think that was a great move on their part because, oh my god, I think that was a great move on their part. And I think that is why, because I was really curious to why they would bring in Nate Schott out of all people. I mean, no offense to Nate Schott, I love Nate Schott,
but he doesn't know shit about League of Legends.
But I'm sitting there and I'm like, why would you guys get Nate Schott? What does he know about League of Legends? What do they know that I don't know about Nate Schott knowing anything about League of Legends? You really start to question yourself.
But then you found out that he's been in constant contact with Skara over the last 6 months.
Yeah, which, hey, smart. Skara's a goat,
He's the big timer of League of Legends.
Yeah, there's a handful of people that I would call and be like, hey dude, I need some assistance here.
I need some help.
What can you help me out with?
I
need help a day.
Throw you a small little check. Let me help you out.
Yeah, let's all make money. Because honestly, that's what it's all about. At the end of the day, is hey, let's all make money. Nice. But I'm really interested to see. 100 Thieves could be a huge team.
I think they're going to be gigantic, dude.
And that's what's so hard right now with everything is, because everyone's like, oh, Object's not going to be very good. And it's like, well, why not? How do you know? Have you seen the roster? Because last time I checked, the one guy that they kind of announced isn't even officially announced yet. Everybody's just assuming that, oh, well, they're called G people. Oh, okay, well, yeah, so is Envious. What's your point?
Right, exactly. Well, and I would almost say that Envious is more a CSGO than anything.
Yeah. They have an amazing CSGO team.
They're not nearly what it used to be.
No.
They did win champs 2 years ago.
Yeah. And you can say anything you want about anybody's team at the end of the day. But the moral is, if people are wanting to watch, people are wanting to watch.
Sorry, guys. Serious moment here.
Someone grab a day. Christ almighty.
I feel thirsty going.
Go. I'm building this wall. I don't care. Yeah, so that's what it's all about right now, guys. It's about these teams. It's about these teams, and it's about, this is when you want to come in on things. This is when you want to be doing things involving esports, is right now. Because all these guys who are buying in right now are looking at it from the point of view of, hey, this is new. I think we should take a risk.
Yeah.
And these guys are millionaires, billionaires, and for them willing to spend $13 million of their money, that's not just yeah, it's their money, but it's not their money. In order for them, in order for them to do that, it's not like they're just like, oh hey, I'm gonna go buy a jumbo jack. It's not the same thing, like the way that we spend money and the way that they spend money are two very different things.
Right.
And that's what people need to remember. It's like, yeah, you can go out and say you want to spend the money, but do you want to spend that money? Can you just say you want to spend that money?
Right.
Because it's one thing to say it, it's another thing to actually do it. And I think that's what's pretty crazy about all this, is the fact that these guys are like, hey, they convinced their accountant that it was a good investment
to take out $13 million of their shares or whatever.
Yeah, they're however it's divvied up amongst themselves. My God, can we get this guy out from wherever he is? But you know, that's what they had to do. They had to convince an accountant that this was a good idea. Mm-hmm. And you know, the accountant, my mom's an accountant. I know the kind of questions she would have asked that guy. She'd been like, you want to invest your money in what exactly?
What's the proof that this is going to work?
I don't have any proof whatsoever.
No proof.
And do you want to spend how much money?
just a cool $13 million, Margaret. Or
yeah, no big deals. It's just cool 13. You'll be fine with it. Your son said it was a great idea. Yeah, I see that conversation going over great.
Well, right?
Yeah, and so I mean, like, that's what you guys gotta think about is these guys. I mean, anybody who's any kind of a business person knows this has been months in the making. And honestly, looking back at it now, because one thing Hex always says is you guys all understand the process once it's finally starting to come along. And it couldn't be truer. I mean, Gary Vee is an angel investor who invested in Facebook and things of that nature. You know, that whole meeting that he had, it seemed just like a cool, casual, you know, I want to meet like almost like an idol type guy meeting. Makes all the sense in the world now. You know what I mean? Like it's like, oh well, yeah, no duh he made that meeting, obviously. You know, and like that's what's crazy about it. It's like it's you know, it's always, you know, he's always been all about trust the process, and it's right. I mean, you know, and that's what's crazy about it, guys. I could talk about this kind of crap for hours. So we are already at almost 45 minutes. So now's a good time to cut it and. Yeah, maybe start a different video or do something else involving this, just because, yeah, I mean, this is something that Big Ro and I are super passionate about. It is esports. And so we could easily talk ad nauseum about this and just hours invested.
It's something we threatened to have at one point.
Yeah. So, I mean, and oh my God, I cannot get past this one spot. Mm-hmm.
Help me, baby Jesus. Hold on for another 30 seconds, guys. We're almost there.
We're almost there. You guys get to watch the whole match. These matches are really long. Dang it.
Get behind the break, dude. Get behind the break. Don't let it go backwards.
But yeah, guys, so I mean, this esports on a commercial level is coming.
Yes.
I mean, I can't say it's going to be days. I can't say it's going to be weeks. I mean, but it is definitely something that is coming down the pipeline any minute. Honestly.
Get in there.
How does that guy tear me up faster than I tear him up?
We're going to get overtime as long as we can test.
But I mean, it is coming down the pipeline. It's getting. Oh damn! I got dominated on that one. But it is coming. It's gonna be a fun time, guys. It's gonna get crazy before it gets normal again. Yeah, commercial competitive esports is here on full scale. I can't get there. There's no way.
Oh, they got it.
Oh, one of our guys got there just in the nick of time. Get in there. Shoot.
Oh, way far out.
Damn.
Move forward, dude. Forward. Oh, that that guy could have had it if he would have moved forward.
So close. But anyways, guys, so let us know down below in the comments what you guys think of all the microtransaction craziness that's going on right now. I know that was a conversation we had like 20-30 minutes ago, but let us know what you guys think. If you guys have picked up Battlefront, let us know what you guys think. If you guys, just give us your opinion on the whole microtransaction thing. Also, make sure you guys are, letting us know what you guys think about the LCS, because that is huge right now.
And it's going to be huge on this channel when it really came up to.
Exactly, and I'm going to tease one thing right now that we're going to do a video about tonight as well. It has been reported that one of the guys that just got signed, his contract is worth $300,000 for a 2-year contract. Think about that. $300,000, 2-year contract, playing video games. Think about that, right? And hey, if you're a parent and you're listening right now, let them play.
Let them play.
Let them play. Just do it.
Christmas news. You can make it.
You guys can be famous one day too. But yeah, guys. So with that being said, let us know what you guys think about all the LCS stuff going down. Who you guys looking most forward to? What you think are huge signings? Anything like that. I'd be really interested to talk to everybody about it. Other than that, until next time, guys, this is the Keymaster 84. We'll see you guys next video.
Bye.
Peace.